Hello again, it's Michael, and today we'll be sketching a quadratic equation. So here's the equation: x squared minus 8x plus 2 equals 0. So the a, the b, and the c are right here. A equals 1, b equals negative 8, c equals 2. Because standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So the a and the b and the c are right here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is find the x-intercepts. And to do this, I'm going to use a method called completing the square. The second thing I'm going to do is find the vertex. And I'm just going to plug in the a, b, and c into this equation. The third thing I'm going to do is find the y-intercept, which is simply c. So now I'm going to go ahead and find the x-intercepts. So to do this, step 1, I'm going to rewrite it, but add or subtract 2, and I'm going to add a square minus 2, then add a square. And the way we find what's in the square is this equation: negative b over 2 squared. Sorry, that's going to be just regular b over 2 squared. So b is negative 8. So negative 8 divided by 2 squared. And negative 8 divided by 2 happens to be negative 4. And negative 4 squared is 16. So now I know that 16 goes inside the box. Second step. I'm simply going to subtract 2 from 16. So x squared minus 8x plus 16 equals 14. Now we must factor this trinomial. And in its factored form, it's going to look like this. X minus 4 squared equals 14. So to get rid of this square right here, we must take the square root of both sides. This eliminates the square, and I'm just going to clean it up. Step 4, x minus 4 equals the square root of 14. So now I'm going to add 4. So step 5 is going to look like x equals 4 plus or minus the square root of 14. And there you have the x-intercepts. X equals 4 plus the square root of 14, and x equals 4 minus the square root of 14. So I'm going to go ahead and circle that. Those are our those are x-intercepts. So now I'm going to find the vertex. And to do this, I'm going to plug in a, b, and c into this equation. So, step 1, plug in negative b is negative 8, over 2a, which is 1, comma, 4, a is 1, c is 2, minus b, negative 8, squared, all over 4a. In step 2, just going to simplify that. It's going to become 8 over 2, comma, 8 minus 64 over 4. So we can reduce both of these fractions, because 8 minus 64 actually equals negative 56. So it's going to be 4, comma, negative 56 over 4. And negative 56 over 4 happens to reduce down to negative 14. So step 4, just going to write what's left. 4, negative 14. Those are the coordinates to the vertex of our parabola. And we can tell it's going to be a parabola because there is a squared right here, and this tells how many times the parabola is going to, or the graph is going to cross the x-intercept, and it's going to cross 2 times, so therefore it'll be a parabola. And this is the easiest step now. We just have to find the y-intercept, which is simply c. So it's just going to be 0, 2. And those are the coordinates. So now we have all 3 things that we need to graph. So you can see that the y-intercept is 0, 2, so I'm going to graph that. 0, 1, 2. I can see that 4, negative 14 is going to be the vertex. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And now we must graph the x-intercepts. X equals 4 plus square root of 14, and x equals 4 minus square root of 14. So x equals 4 plus square root of 14 happens to be around, let's say 7.7, I'd say. And for minus square root of 14, I think it's going to be around 0.7. Negative 0.7. Excuse me. No, positive 0.7. So if we graph 7.70 and 0.70, it's going to look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.7s around there. Going to graph 7.70. Sorry, I forgot to graph that or plot that. And 0.7, which is probably around there. 0.70. So that looks pretty good. Now I'm just going to draw our parabola. And these 4 points actually look pretty logical, so looks like we have successfully sketched a quadratic equation. Thanks for watching.